we got Pearly Things talking to Nick Fuentes. I guess they're talking about the Holocaust? I'm not sure. And, I don't know, a lot of people were getting on Pearly Things' ass because she had a conversation with Nick Fuentes. I already knew that when she was going to have a conversation with Nick Fuentes, it probably wouldn't go well for her. Because, if we're going to be real, Pearly Things is stupid. So, she doesn't know much. And then, when she's confronted with new ideas, she usually doesn't have anything like insightful or interesting or any type of pushback to give. She's just, oh wow, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Now, I don't know if I've watched this clip. I think I watched some of the podcasts, but I don't know if I've watched this clip specifically. But yeah, I know that she got into some hot water for talking to Nick Fuentes.
So the one time she opens up her mouth, nothing good came from it.
Oh, she was actually giving her opinion in this?
Opinion, I've never heard her opinion. When I hear her opinions, it just sounds like she's regurgitating
what somebody else has said
like
about
Kevin Samuels talking points.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely applaud her for the show she created and shit and all that kind of stuff. But her as a orator, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
You know, some people have that ability where it's like, some people are good at running shows. Some people could just do a podcast. Probably things. I don't think she's someone that could just do a podcast. Not at all.
Yeah.
Because I watched her on that No Jumper podcast, and that was unbearable.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that. I watched like 20 minutes.
It was just no opinions, no ideas, nothing interesting or insightful to say.
She
like
loves that whale story, though.
Oh, she loves saying that story.
She's getting a lot of mileage out of that whale story.
But
off with the whale.
But the channel she put together, props. She put together some good shit.
Yeah, shout out to her. All right, let's watch this.
The Holocaust was not special, and all countries have done that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. What do you mean, basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean, but you kind of deny it happened.
Yeah, I denied some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they were embellished upon.
I think they're embellished, yeah.
The same way. This sounds. Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do is they embellish.
That nigga looks so happy.
Hey.
That nigga looks so happy that she was saying that. He like, hey, get it to the bag.
What you mean by they?
Black people.
I don't like that. Look, man.
We didn't finish. Might as well finish it.
I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people. The Holocaust was not.
You want to start or you want me to start? I got some questions.
I want you to start. I feel like I don't really have that much to say about it. It's like, she's an idiot and he's a racist. But if you got some questions, maybe I can answer them. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to just give her that, right? Well, this is where the conversation begins. If I was in the room, I'd be like, so, when you say it was embellished, right? Holocaust is one thing. But let's start with the slavery. So you say it was embellished. So were they not doing Mendigo fights? Okay, maybe that's just a movie. Were they not? They weren't whipping niggas if they weren't working. No, only sometimes if they actually did something wrong. So were they not? Matter of fact, you give me the answers. So they weren't snipping niggas.
What does that mean?
Snipping their balls off.
I don't know.
No, it's embellished. You're supposed to be her.
I don't know. Were they snipping niggas? Is that what they were doing?
That's what they said they were doing.
Okay, well, I guess they were.
No. You have to be sorry. You have to be Pearl. She thinks it's embellished.
Then, yeah. No, they weren't snipping niggas.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
You're a bad Pearl, man.
That's what she said.
So, they weren't working niggas until they were dead.
Sometimes. But that probably wasn't the lion's share of experiences.
So they weren't bringing niggas over on ships, butt to butt, toe to toe, lined up 300 slaves. You know what I'm saying? And
there
they would just shit on each other and shit.
There was some shit
chained together, not letting them go upstairs for air and shit.
There were some ships that had a little bit more breathing room. Probably embellished it a little bit. For sure, there were some ships where people were shitting on each other, but other ships, they had a little bucket in the corner.
Oh yeah,
a little bit more.
Nice and humane, right? Nice and humane.
Well, I wouldn't say humane, but it was just a little bit more personal space on some of the ships than others.
Okay. So they weren't just they weren't buck breaking.
I mean, occasionally.
No, they were all straight.
I mean, those were on the LGBT farms, and we know those farms were run by groomers, so I don't support those farms. But the vast majority of farms were just regular farms.
So not a lot of buck breaking.
No, probably not a lot of buck breaking.
Oh, okay. You don't think there was any kind of experiments?
Even for the movie Django?
No, like
phrenology.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Maybe, probably not. I don't think so. Maybe it'll happen like once or twice.
Okay. I mean, hey, that's all I got. Let's move on to the Jewish people. So, so there weren't gas chambers.
Maybe.
Well, actually, no. She didn't say that. She was just taking it. She said, "Oh, really?" Nick Fuentes was saying that. I don't know what he believes.
Well, he didn't say that there were no gas chambers. He just said that
parts were embellished. I don't know what parts. Yeah. I know the talking points, right? They'll say it's not really 6 million, but it's like beyond that. What do you think? Like, what do you think they weren't doing? Because I've seen they apparently they went crazy with the experiments. I mean, I read Viktor Frankl, A Search for Meaning, and just that story, that shit was crazy what they was going through.
He embellished it.
He embellished it.
I'm Pearl.
No, not your dick. He embellished it.
Yeah, it was embellished. Look, man, I don't know what to say. Like, Nick is a racist, so I don't really take what he says seriously. And the way Pearly Things is an idiot. So, like, okay, I've heard people say that slavery was probably a lot more mundane than people make it out to be. That it wasn't just this constant experience of horrible terror and pain and evil being inflicted upon people. That for the most part, the vast majority of the time, and for the vast majority of slaves, it was just like, we wake up, we do some work, and we go to sleep. That doesn't mean it's right, because obviously it's wrong to enslave people. But I've heard people say that. If that's what she's saying, I can understand it. But optically, it's never going to look good, especially when you're standing next to a nigga who, says the Holocaust didn't happen.
So you watch Vinland Saga, right? And for all the people out there that haven't watched Vinland Saga, it's an anime. You watch Vinland Saga, right?
Yeah.
And you see that Thorfinn was a slave.
Yes.
So if slavery was like that, it wouldn't be that bad.
No, I mean it would be bad, but it wouldn't be as bad as.
Let's be real. Was Thorfinn's slavery really that bad? He could work to his freedom.
No, it wasn't that bad. But American slavery was different from other types of slavery.
But I think that's where it comes in is like, oh, it was just embellished. Because remember, in the beginning of the clip, they're saying they did the Holocaust in other places, but they like it to embellish it to make it seem worse than anything else. And she was trying to juxtapose that to slavery.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is that American slavery was different from other types of slavery.
So she's an idiot.
Yeah. But that's what we said at the beginning of the clip.
Yeah, well, that's what you said.
No, you said that with me. You're in the same boat. Pearly thinks he's an idiot, so of course you would say that.
Hey, I wish I could have a debate on this, so I'd have a reason to go do some deeper research on things that happened back then with the slaves. I only have surface level knowledge, but hey, maybe I gotta applaud her for making me want to learn more about what happened. But I think I don't usually like doing this, but I'm just gonna take the knowledge I have at face value. That shit happened. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes
she gotta bring counter information. I don't know.
Yeah, she definitely does.
Yeah, you can't just say that it was embellished without saying, like, giving examples, but
Well, I mean, she said that the Roots guy was like,
bro, did niggas use roots as a thing, as a way to say what happened during slavery?
I'm sure some people did. I never watched Roots, so.
Look, all I know is that, look, maybe if you were a slave in New York, but I heard those slaves down in Mississippi, whoo,
They were getting it bad?
oh shit, it took the dogs on you and shit. Hey man,
No, I think you're off by like 200 years.
what?
You started sicking dogs on niggas in the 1960s.
No. Niggas had dogs back then too. Like when the slave would escape, oh yeah, they said the dogs go search.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And they didn't stop him when that nigga caught you. Yeah! Down, boy, down! Get him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. It is. I guess it is what it is. But, okay. Yo, hot takes. Is Pearly Things racist?
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't think to any significant degree where I'm like, oh, she's a piece of shit.
Who do you think she's comparably racist to? Because I'm getting that you think she's like a type of racist.
Probably like the average white person.
The average white person racist?
Yeah.
You think the average white person is racist, or there's an average racist white person?
No, like I think the average white person is a little racist. Yeah.
Is the average black person racist?
Yeah. There's a different type of racism.
Different type.
Yeah.
Not all racism is equal.
No, I mean different. I wouldn't say they're unequal, but they're different.
You want to elaborate? Hot takes, man.
For the white people racism.
Both. Both.
For the
You
white
know what?
people
So it's not always black and white. Throw the Spanish people. Throw the Mexicans in there, man. Throw Spanish people in there too.
So for white people, I feel like the average white person's racism is something along the lines of like, yeah, you know, we're all the same. And, you know, we all treat people differently, but we're kind of not. But, you know, I mean, I'm gonna treat people based on them. But, I mean, you know, these kind of people are kind of like this, and these people are kind of like that. But when I meet a person, I'm gonna treat a person like a person. But I mean, these kind of people are kind of like this. That's like the white person racism. Black person racism is like,
I think it's the same.
No. But they'll wear on their sleeve the fact that these kinds of people are like this more openly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, obviously they'll say disparaging things about white people all the time. Or white people do these kinds of things. Black people do these kinds of things. Asian people do these kinds of things. They'll just say that, just flatly out loud. White people won't say that.
Okay, but that's not fair.
White people believe that, but they won't say it.
I think the black people do it in fun, right? A lot of the time. I know there's obviously times where they do it in bad faith and shit.
Yeah, because they don't have any resentment.
Well, just wait.
They don't have any resentment about the fact that they have to hide it. Because they don't have to hide it. So, yeah, they can do it in fun. White people can't do it in fun because they have to hide it.
There's a few, though, that white people are able to get off. I've seen some comedians do it where it's like, why can't black people, when they think something's funny, just stay in one place? Like, that shit is funny. So why can't they just stay in one place?
It's not funny, but I do know.
That's just not funny?
No, not really.
That's a funny ass joke.
You're talking about.
And there's some other ones I don't know off the top of my head. That's one that they seemingly are able to get off without black people being upset.
Sure. But I'm talking about the average white person.
Now give me the Mexican. Give me the Spanish people.
Spanish people.
Do they have racism? Is it different, or is it maybe similar to the blacks, or maybe similar to the whites?
It's like the black people's, but it's not like the black people's. It's weird because like it's like America's like a black, like Hispanic racism is the same thing as every other group of people's racism that's not white or black. Black people, because America's a black and white country, so really the way that everybody sees everything is there's white people who are in power and black people who are oppressed. So because black people are oppressed, they can say whatever they want. White people can't say whatever they want because they're not oppressed. Every other group wants to be like white people, but pretend they're like black people. They want to be like white people, they pretend they're like black people. So they take the cue from white people. They're like, we can't say that out loud, but you know that they feel that way. Like, if you get in a white person's face and you start talking shit, white people are like this, da 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 da. They'll be like, well, I mean, that's inappropriate. Why would you say something like that? But if you get to a Mexican, they'll be like, you're coming at us, but you black people are like this.
Oh,
see,
shit.
They won't volunteer. Black people will volunteer their racism. But every other group, they'll just respond to racism with racism. White people won't even do that. They're like, no, I can't. What are you talking about? I don't even see race. What do you mean? What are you talking
Anytime
about?
they even try to, they get that look in their face like they know they're about to fuck up.
So, yeah, that's kind of what, any minority that's not black, that's what their racism is like. It's like,
That's some good
it's
shit.
right there under the surface, but they're not just gonna let you know, but they'll let you know. They'll let you know. White people won't let you know. Otherwise, they're Nick Fuentes. Can't fly nowhere. Can't go to the bank. Can't do nothing.
Oh shit!
Banned on every platform. So
I like that. I ask the good questions. I like that a lot. Hey, you wrap it up now. Good.
Like, comment, tell us in the comments. I got 3 questions. Was the Holocaust embellished?
Oh shit! No, that can't be in our conversation.
What? Was slavery embellished?
That's more safe. You'll be able to go to the bank for the second one.
What's your favorite type of racism?
What?
Between the white, the black, and the minority non-black racism. Which one is your favorite?
I think mine is. End the video, nigga. End the video, nigga.
We got more videos coming your way.
I'll catch you in the next one, man.
Peace out.